The FBI discovered a tunnel this morning that the rapper had made in his home, connected to the basement of a former Michael Jackson home. The officers found strange items on the floor, such as children's clothing.
Actually terrifying to know that this exists.
It's uncovered tunnels underneath his house.
Diddy's?
Yeah.
Is that true?
Yes.
Diddy's got tunnels underneath his house.
No.
5 tunnels leading to 5 other houses in that area.
What houses?
Because why? Supposedly, there's a tunnel connected from Diddy's house to Michael Jackson's house.
This just in. Cassie's ex-boyfriend is facing even more charges.
For years, rumors have swirled about secret underground tunnels connecting the luxurious mansions of the wealthy and powerful, sparking speculation about hidden meetings, covert activities, and a mysterious world beneath Hollywood's elite. Some believe that Diddy's extravagant homes were linked by these tunnels to notorious places like the Playboy Mansion or even Michael Jackson's Neverland Ranch. While these theories remain unproven, the ongoing federal investigation into Diddy's alleged criminal activities has only fueled the intrigue. Former assistants are now coming forward with disturbing accounts of what they witnessed behind closed doors, suggesting that the reality of his empire may be far darker than any conspiracy theory.
Diddy's got tunnels underneath his house.
No.
5 tunnels leading to 5 other houses in that area.
What houses?
Someone said Michael Jackson's old house.
Believe it.
Saw that photo, how
Why?
close he was to
Because he's getting
To a
linked.
port?
He's getting linked to crimes that involve
shipping
shipping containers.
It's a shipping yard. And it's like, if you're buying a house that big, why do you want a shipping yard in the background if you're not doing something in that shipping yard?
Maybe he was just a huge investor in baby oil.
Maybe.
Needed to have his eyes on the
product.
product at all times.
Baby,
Psych
oil.
did really bad things.
Yeah, this is the biggest assault lawsuit ever to exist in American history. Like,
Dude,
this
I
is-
love it.
It's,
I don't love it. I love that. I hate.
love it. We're breaking records.
I hate this. What I love is that it's coming to light.
Yes,
I was
absolutely.
waiting for you to go back into a gaslight.
I need to start working on my eggshells with you guys.
For years, rumors have swirled about secret underground tunnels connecting the luxurious mansions of the wealthy and powerful, sparking speculation about hidden meetings, covert activities, and a mysterious world beneath Hollywood's elite. Some believe that Diddy's extravagant homes were linked by these tunnels to notorious places like the Playboy Mansion or even Michael Jackson's Neverland Ranch. While these theories remain unproven, the ongoing federal investigation into Diddy's alleged criminal activities has only fueled the intrigue. Former assistants are now coming forward with disturbing accounts of what they witnessed behind closed doors, suggesting that the reality of his empire may be far darker than any conspiracy theory.
You and Jack Nicholson had your own secret passageway into the Playboy Mansion.
The site also reported that Diddy listed his LA home for sale shortly before the arrest. A source said that Diddy had lived in his Miami property for years now and was planning to sell his LA home once his daughters grew up and moved out. The house was listed for $61 million. It has 10 bedrooms, 13 bathrooms, and a 2-story guest house. So way too much room. I can't imagine having that property. I would want all my friends to live there, my entire family. Now, there was an underground swimming tunnel referenced in a 2014 report. It's when Diddy purchased the home, and they said in the description that the European-style home includes a lagoon-style swimming pool with a grotto connected by an underwater swimming tunnel. So
The existence of these tunnels has become a key focus in the ongoing federal case against Diddy, who faces charges of sex trafficking, racketeering, and conspiracy. In early 2024, investigators raided his Los Angeles and Miami homes, uncovering what they described as disturbing evidence. While authorities have not confirmed whether the tunnels were among the items discovered, several sources close to the case have suggested they may have played a role in illicit activities. Anonymous former employees have claimed that the tunnels allowed Diddy to move people in and out of his properties without detection from security cameras or paparazzi.
Guys, they found underground tunnels at Diddy's homes. This was first brought up by Shadow of Ezra, where he talked about the underground tunnels in Diddy's luxurious Los Angeles mansion. It was an underwater swimming tunnel leading to a mysterious grotto, reminiscent of an ancient and modern human use of caves. Now, this is all alleged, of course, but they say that this tunnel connects to the Playboy Mansion. You guys remember that? Hugh Hefner, the guy who lived with all those women in his mansion. There's no available evidence right now. However, reports are noting that Combs' mansions do have a pool with an underwater swimming tunnel. They say it's not connected to the Playboy Mansion, but there is a reason why the Playboy Mansion keeps coming up. 10 years ago, they were building underground tunnels to the Playboy Mansion for people like Jack Nicholson for his birthday. So this way, they don't have to go through the outside, but go underground in secret to the Playboy Mansion to do God knows what. You can see the sketches here of these underground tunnels being built. They were working on it, and it was supposed to connect celebrities like Jack Nicholson, Warren Beatty, Michael Jackson, just to name a few. As reported by People magazine, these underground tunnels to the Playboy Mansion were sealed off in the 1980s. The question is, do you believe that? Stay safe and be smart.
One of the most shocking revelations comes from Diddy's former executive assistant, Phil Pines, who worked closely with the music mogul from 2019 to 2021. Pines confessed that at first he was captivated by the lavish lifestyle, but quickly realized that what occurred behind closed doors was far darker than he had ever imagined. For the first time, an emotional and tearful Pines spoke out, recounting a disturbing moment when Diddy allegedly ordered him to prove his allegiance in mind, a way that has left him haunted.
Diddy's former assistant in tears, in pain.
I think my life changed a lot, and I've never really recovered from it.
On the record for the first time about the one time he says Diddy ordered him to prove his allegiance with sex.
It's okay. Take your time.
I remember hearing the words, "Prove your loyalty to me, King."
Phil Pines, who was Diddy's senior executive assistant from 2019 to 2021, revealing to journalist Mara Escampo details of the night he says Sean Combs coerced him into having sex with a woman at an out-of-control sex party.
I saw how angry and upset he could get from the most simplest thing. And I just thought to myself, if I don't do this, I don't know what's gonna happen. This has all been a very psychological, emotional roller coaster for me.
The graphic details were first revealed in this 32-page lawsuit Phil filed on Christmas Eve, but his tell-all in the fall of Diddy is the first time he had spoken publicly about his claim.
Phil Pines, Diddy's senior executive assistant from 2019 to 2021, has revealed to journalist Mara Isso the disturbing details of a night he claims Sean Combs pressured him into having sex with a woman at an out-of-control sex party.
Do you know the truth behind Diddy's freak-off parties? These parties were full of scantily clad women dancing around celebrities. From 2004 to 2009, Diddy's parties in the Hamptons attracted top celebrities, and even Reverend Al Sharpton made an appearance at one. But behind the glitz and glamour, these parties were hiding some dark secrets. Rumor has it that the parties were filled with barely dressed women, and Diddy allegedly used violence, threats, or coercion to force victims into sex trafficking with commercial sex workers. The parties were also reportedly flooded with illegal drugs, and Diddy even installed hidden cameras at the venue to maintain control over the victims. What's even more shocking is that the guest list for these parties was kept highly confidential, though it's rumored that big names like Jay-Z, Usher, Will Smith, Justin Bieber, Chris Brown, and the Kardashian family were regulars at Diddy's events. Now that Diddy is serving time at MDC as the case unfolds, many celebrities...
The graphic details were first disclosed in the 32-page lawsuit Phil filed on Christmas Eve, but his public testimony about his experiences with Diddy marks the first time he's spoken out about his claims. Pines' account aligns with other allegations from former staff members who describe being tasked with concealing Diddy's private activities. One anonymous bodyguard recalled instances when young women would arrive at the mansion and seemingly vanish for hours, only to return later in distress. These allegations mirror those in lawsuits filed against Diddy, which include accusations of manipulating and coercing women into participating in wild private parties involving drugs, ex-employees, and secret recordings.
Who else on the black that are black actors or black in the business that's an A-lister that's bigger than Diddy, that's black? That's hard to think. But then if you got the A-listers, you know, you got to realize he ran with that black, that Rat Pack, and I don't want to even say their names, but they said I got their names wrong last time. What's his name? Kushner? was it the other guy, Leonardo? Yeah, his name. Man, I don't keep up with these cats, but I heard that that's not only the tape that's being shot. There's some other tapes out there, other people too with him, and him doing some things with some other people. So there's quite a few tapes that might be out there, what they're hearing, and I don't want to see the tapes, but I want to know if they really true. Because if they got some tapes out there and it's with some underage, whether it's celebrities or not, it's gonna be crazy, bro. It's gonna be real crazy.
Gene Deal, a former bodyguard for Diddy, has claimed that Combs had secret rooms equipped with hidden cameras, allegedly used to record interactions with influential individuals, including politicians, members of royalty, and religious leaders. Deal suggested that the purpose of these recordings was to gain leverage over powerful figures by capturing them in compromising situations.
So he was doing the trafficking in the whole 9 yards of young girls and stuff like that. He did it on a private island. And it may have some similarities to Diddy. It may be that Diddy took the blueprint from Epstein, but Epstein didn't get caught with the baby oil. So that might be some similarities between him and Epstein. But R. Kelly and Cosby, I don't think there's any similarities to that.
So from your point of view, right, you have all the information. From your point of view, how do you see this ending with Diddy?
Well, I think it's gonna end like this. Either Diddy gonna spend the rest of his natural life in jail, or he gonna give the prosecutors something that's bigger than him, better than him, that's gonna give him at least 15 to 20 years in jail.
The claims are deeply unsettling and echo past scandals involving blackmail and covert recording operations. In the court of public opinion, comparisons to Jeffrey Epstein, a convicted sex offender known for allegedly employing similar tactics, have gained traction. However, it's important to note that, as of now, there is no verified evidence supporting these allegations against Combs beyond Deal's statements and some speculative reports from media outlets.
The Diddy dungeon theory. Oh, how there's tunnels underneath his house?
That's
Michael
crazy.
Jackson in the song says, I always feel like somebody's watching me. And I have no privacy. Because why? Supposedly, there's a tunnel connected from Diddy's house to Michael Jackson's house.
No way.
Yeah, you didn't know that?
I
That's
actually
a
did
big
not
one
know
right
that.
now. So I fact-checked this whole thing. There's AI pictures of it, but there's only proof that in Diddy's pool, there's tunnels leading to a private grotto. According to the website, it has a private theater that can fit 35 people, and
However, fact-checking organizations, including Lead Stories, quickly debunked the claim. The image in question was identified as the Grand Canyon Cavern in Arizona, not a tunnel in Combs' residence. This misrepresentation highlights how misinformation can influence public perception, emphasizing the importance of approaching such allegations with skepticism and demanding verifiable evidence before drawing conclusions.
Combs has always denied any wrongdoing or criminal activity, okay? He and his attorneys have said that if anything sexual did happen, it was consensual. And remember, he hasn't been found liable in a court of law yet. He hasn't been found guilty in a court of law yet. And I think the argument would be, it may seem strange to you and I. You and I might not engage in these kinds of freak-off sessions, but it's not necessarily illegal.
The music industry and broader entertainment world have responded to the controversy with a mix of curiosity and caution. While some industry insiders have expressed skepticism, others argue that the allegations fit into a broader pattern of secrecy and manipulation that has long been rumored within elite circles.
Sean Diddy Combs is responding to a new indictment against him. In the court docs, prosecutors accuse Combs of knowingly transporting people from 2009 to 2024, quote, with intent that the individuals engage in prostitution. stating that he willfully caused the transportation of female victims, including but not limited to Victim 1, Victim 2, and Victim 3, and commercial sex workers in interstate and foreign commerce on multiple occasions. The indictment also alleges that he, quote, engaged in a persistent and pervasive pattern of abuse toward women that was verbal, emotional, physical, and at times sexual, with the filing stating that he manipulated women to participate in orchestrated performances of sexual activity with Combs. At times, Combs and others acting at his direction made arrangements for women and commercial sex workers to fly to Combs' location. Combs ensured participation from the women by, among other things, obtaining and distributing narcotics to them, controlling their careers, leveraging his financial support and threatening to cut off the same, and using intimidation and violence. In response to this new indictment against the record mogul, his lawyer Mark Agnafilo claims prosecutors are making a major mistake in their filing. Telling E! News in a statement January 30th, the latest indictment contains no new offenses. The prosecution's theory remains flawed. The government has added the ridiculous theory that two of Mr. Combs' former girlfriends were not girlfriends at all, but were prostitutes. Mr. Combs is as committed as ever to fighting these charges and winning at trial. The 55-year-old rapper previously pleaded not guilty to federal charges related to racketeering conspiracy and sex trafficking following his September 2024 arrest.
Diddy has strongly denied all allegations, calling the accusations against him baseless and part of a smear campaign aimed at destroying his legacy. His legal team argues that the claims are driven by opportunists seeking financial gain and has pledged to fight back aggressively. Reports suggest that Diddy is considering filing defamation lawsuits against some of his accusers, asserting that he will not let false narratives tarnish his career. His attorneys maintain that all interactions were consensual and that there is no credible evidence to back the severe claims made against him in the media and legal filings.
On September 16, 2024, music mogul Sean Diddy Combs was arrested in New York City and charged with racketeering, trafficking by force, fraud, or coercion, and transportation to engage in relations for money. Prosecutors allege Diddy ran a criminal enterprise involving forced labor, kidnapping, and bribery. At the center of it all are so-called freak-offs, orchestrated erotic activities where Diddy allegedly directed men and women in X-rated performances. Many were said to be unknowingly filmed and blackmailed. Purportedly, victims, some underage, were controlled using threats, violence, narcotics, and money. Raids on Diddy's homes uncovered videos, firearms, and curiously, over 1,000 bottles of baby oil and lubricant. Combs denies all charges, but if convicted, faces up to life in prison.
We are committed to bringing justice to everyone.
The music industry and the wider entertainment world have reacted to the controversy with a mix of curiosity and caution. While some insiders remain skeptical, others believe the allegations reflect a larger pattern of secrecy and manipulation that has long been rumored within elite circles.